semana. Bim bom, bom bom, bim bom, bom bom. Gátalo, gátalo. Muévelo, muévelo. Quiere darle ven, quiere darle ven, quiere darle ven, quiere darle ven, quiere darle ven. Ay, te estoy esperando. Quiere darle ven, cuero como yo casi no se ven. Si no aprovecharon cuando la aprendían que yo le di el break pero lo perdí. Soy la perra, tu marido que te lo tiene fundido. Soy la perra, tu marido que te lo tiene fundido. Ay, 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 me está gustando. Bim bom, bom bom, bim bom, bom bom, bim bom bom. Usted le entregó y no lo frizó. Esto copiadora la real soy yo. La que se vivió el maldito. Le doy nota a los cueros, no sé pa' que tú me retas. Ustedes le ponen fundita cuando le rompen la carrera. Bim bom, bom, bim bom, le rompen la carreta. Gátalo, gátalo. Muévelo, muévelo. Quiere darle ven, quiere darle ven, quiere darle ven, quiere darle ven. Pantera, síguelo puyando que aún está botando sangre. Dímelo, Jay.
Test 1 2, 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 test 1 2. Good evening on this Friday night. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I took a nap. Drop a bomb on that. I needed to get my rest. I was cooking. I made, I try to be as organic as possible. So I made my organic from scratch vegetable broth because I was doing cabbage soup today. Drop a bomb on that. So that takes a while. It takes me about 2.5 hours from start to finish to do the broth and then the cabbage soup itself. So anyway, good evening on this Friday. We warmed up here in New York City. We went from 16 degrees to 30 degrees. Thank God. Okay. If you have stumbled upon my channel, I am Juanki and welcome to my world. Drop a bomb on that. It's a cornucopia of stuff. Okay, you never know what you're gonna get over here. Tonight, though, I said let's put our hair down. Well, mine is actually going up. It's growing. Now it's 21. Look at it. It's growing. It's coming together. I cannot wait for it to go back to my my little afro. But it's coming together. It's coming together. How's everybody doing? Have you guys been enjoying? Have you guys been enjoying the stories, the postings? Of course, we're going to be reading one of those tonight. We've been doing them now for like what, a week and a half. Oh, people in the chat. Hello, Naris21. Thank you for being here. Jess Galano, what's up? Thank you for being here. And Queen K Ross 3, Puerto Rico. Yes, half Puerto Rican, half Dominican. It's another flag over here. It's another flag somewhere in here. Where is it? Let me see. That was a Dominican one. Thank you for being here. So we've been doing the stories now, or the posts, and the unsolicited advice now for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. It feels like 2 weeks. I can't believe I've actually been going live every single day. Okay. For Don't Stop December. Okay, and some days I didn't want to do it, y'all. Some days I was like, oh, and Incredible Hulk is like, you gotta go do it. So, but here we are. We got what, 2 more weeks until Christmas. Does it feel like Christmas, y'all? We're going to be decorating tomorrow. Gotta take out the Christmas trees. We went artificial with our trees about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. Before then, we always used to get we used to go to Home Depot. I would go to Home Depot and get me a tree and then put it on the hood of the car or on the trunk. when we had the SUV and drive it home. But Naris 21, I stopped doing that because all of a sudden I was seeing stuff online where people have like possums and raccoons up in the tree itself, and I just didn't want to be dealing with bugs and critters, and God forbid a possum was hanging. Drop a bomb on that, a possum in the damn tree. So I was like, and they say it's better for the environment. So we went artificial. We have a bigger space now, so we'll be doing 2 trees this year. Okay, 2 trees. So we're excited about that. So tomorrow is gonna be dedicated to just like getting all the Christmas stuff out and putting it up and all that. I can't believe Christmas is gonna be in 2 weeks. It does not feel like Christmas, to be quite honest. It does not feel like Christmas. I've done 0 shopping, and I think I'm gonna keep it like that. Maybe I'll get Hulk a couple of items, but not like before. Where like I've never really liked shopping anyway. I hate the malls and the stores. If I have to go, I'm the type that I will be there like 5 minutes before the store opens. I will run in, grab, go to the register. I mean, it's like you would think that I'm going to, die or something in there because I'm so quick with it. Like sometimes I even will call ahead. Okay, item number, whatever, or check the stock online before I even go over there. And it's just a grab and go. I hate when you walk in and the first thing, hi, can I help you? Can I look? My God. Trust me, if I have a question, I'm going to find you. I'm going to read your name tag and I'm going to address you by your name tag. But right now, no, you may not help. I just want to look. I just want to find it, please. Okay. And I understand it's their job to talk to people. I think partly because they're trying to weed out the people who are really there to buy versus the people who are there to shoplift and shit. But don't talk to me. This is a New Yorker face. What of this says to you, go speak to him. Okay. Nothing. I guarantee you nothing. I got the resting bitch face. That's my daily. That's my neutral. That's my neutral mode. Resting bitch face. Okay? No, you may not help me with anything. Trust me. If I have a question, you'll be the first person to know. Okay? You'll be the first one. I'll be searching for you in the aisle. Okay? So, yeah, it does not feel like Christmas. I think also because of like the political climate and everything that's going on this year. And I just realized we still got 3 more years to go. And Lord knows what they have planned, what they're planning, what they're calculating, and what they're going to try to execute on us 3 years from now. But it just doesn't feel like it. Everything is so expensive. Everything, prices just keep going up. And everything that's just going on now is 21. It just doesn't feel like it, unfortunately. It doesn't feel like it. Not at all. But anyway, I digress. Aside from that little rant, so we've been reading the advice sections and all that for I think like a week and a half. We've been doing it now, Naris. It feels like 2 weeks, but I think like a week and a half. What have we learned? Okay. I will say that I have learned that there's a lot of fucked up people in New York City. Drop a bomb on that. I mean, you got people with so many issues and hang-ups, and I've also learned that there's a lot more postings about romance and misconnections and people trying to find romance and find their person. There's a lot of people looking for love. Okay, there's a lot of people who are not ready to looking for love. Okay. Oh, you didn't know. Well, no, it's not that I didn't know. Being a New Yorker, part of it is having a little crazy. Okay, it's having a little crazy, but when you actually read it, and then I like to read the subtext and the context. It's part of my theater degree and my theater training. The performer in me always likes to really, especially when it's written in the text, I like to look at the text and I break it down, and you see like the J&H podcast is in the house. Drop a bomb on that. Yes, J&H podcast, which is my husband's and I's podcast. Okay, make sure that you go give us a click and a view and a like and subscribe. You can find us on all platforms. It documents like the first 2 or 3 years of our relationship. We are coming back shortly, and all will be told in the podcast. Drop a bomb on that. Anyway, so when I read the subtext and the context of what, the postings that I've been reading, it shows low self-esteem. It shows broken man. That's what it's broken man. Just like walking around, people who need to go to therapy, people who need counseling, people who perhaps need to be medicated, people who all of that haven't dealt with issues, looking to bring their issues into an unsuspecting bystander. We do see some desperation. We definitely see some desperation, and it's a lot. It could be a lot. It could be a lot. With that said, I'm gonna go ahead and start with one. Maybe we'll do a couple tonight, since it's a Friday night. Let me see. I have curated a whole bunch of them. Okay, it says here, what's the best dating advice that you've ever received? Okay, and this is in the men's section. Okay, I've been venturing out to the men's section, to the homosexual section, to the misconnections, to the I've been perusing all the sections, but this one is particularly in the men's section, and it reads, "What's the best dating advice that you've ever received?" Naris 21. What's the best dating advice that you've ever received? Okay, it says here, not just for this, but for everything in general. Don't get attached to outcomes. You do what you can with the best information available to you in the present. The results you want then happens if it may. If it doesn't, that's okay. You did your best and have no regrets. Getting super invested and attached to producing certain outcomes makes you turn into an anxious mess. It can come off as desperation, and it sets you up for disappointment and deep self-doubt. There are not a lot of things that are within our direct control, so you should focus on things within your control. This can give you some confidence and a sense of control over your life, while helping you make good choices, rather than mentally spiraling downward, seeing the world through the lens of despair. This person is saying that this advice is not just for dating advice, right? I happen to disagree with that, because I think you should have high expectations, and you should set goals, and you should have something that you want to attain and that you're aiming for. If there used to be a saying back when I was a teenager that one of my mentors told me. It said, shoot for the moon, and if you were to fall, you will be among stars. Drop a bomb on that. Okay, when you don't have expectations, when you're not setting a goal, when you don't have a standard, you will fall for anything. You will let anything come around and be around you, and you will engage in anything because you're setting what? No standards. So I completely, and it's crazy because that particular piece of advice got the top 1% of votes in the board that I'm reading this from. So it's interesting too. One thing that I have learned this week and a half of reading people's posts asking for advice and people giving their unsolicited advice is that there's a lot of unqualified people who are giving advice that shouldn't be given advice. Drop a bomb on that. Okay? Like, that's a horrible piece of advice, what I just read. That's a horrible piece. Have no expectations. Just act on what you know at the moment. So, act with what, be impulsive, right? Act with what you know at the moment. Have no goals, no expectations, because you're going to be disappointed. No. If you set, this is now what I believe, or what I extract from that and how I twist it to fit my narrative, right? If you set your expectations, your goals, your parameters, you really understand what do you want, where you want to be, you can prepare for deviations, so moments where the plan didn't go according to plan A. And if you're a real good planner, you'll have plan A, plan B, and plan C. Okay, a contingency plan, if you will. Okay, so that was a horrible piece of advice. Let's see. My husband, the Incredible Hulk, via J&H Podcast, is saying you should know who you are before you decide to get to know another person. Drop a bomb on that. Absolutely. Okay, there is another somebody else giving another piece of advice. Let's read. This one's pretty long, but I'll bite. This one is long, but I'll bite. He says, with the relationship, don't think of it as climbing a mountain with a fixed goal of getting to the top. Think of it more like a fitness journey where you're going to work out 3 times a week with the goal of becoming a fitter person. The steps you're taking will lead you to becoming a fitter person, but you're not doing it with a single end goal in life. You just want to be a better version of yourself. So now, instead of strategizing on a single date or single romantic target, you're doing the general things that make you a better partner. You become the target, working on yourself, growing as a person, and becoming the best version of yourself on that day. I see what today's show is gonna be about. Another crappy piece of advice. Really? You're comparing the relationship to fitness? To being at the gym 3 times a week? Baby, these people are fucked up in the head. These people haven't, and I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to say he wrote like 5 paragraphs because he's really getting into it. And then the one below him is saying, excellent post, thanks. No, it's a fool. Throw it out. None of that is good advice. None of that is fucking good advice. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. I'm disgusted by this thread. I'm going to get the F out of it right now, okay? Jesus. Okay. Let's pull something out from the let's cut and pull from a different because this is really crazy. Okay, let me just see. Oh, this one is funny. Listen to this. They are asking for a recommendation, okay, in the advice and help section. Recommendations for someone to point me in the right direction. Hey everyone, hope your week has been treating you well. I'm currently looking for someone with truly skilled hands for a weekend massage. Ideally, someone experienced, intuitive, and dedicated to creating a deeply relaxing, satisfying experience. I'm hoping to find an independent massage artist rather than a chain or storefront, though I'm open to solid recommendations. If things go well, I'd love for this to become an ongoing arrangement. If this sounds like you, or you know someone who fits, feel free to reach out. I'll drop a bomb on that. Okay, so he's looking for a hand job. He's definitely looking for a hand job, given his the way that he has, the words that he has chosen. Arrangement, an ongoing arrangement. He's not looking for a storefront. He's looking for somebody in their house. Okay, Naris 21. He wants to get on the train, go to Harlem, and get his back blown out by a massage therapist. Okay, in apartment 32B or something. Okay, that's what he's looking for. A building, to go in the building and get his back blown out. Oh, but he got some takers. Somebody says, hi, I am Samir in New York, can offer great oil. Great oil. I've never heard it like that. Hi, I'm Samir in New York, can offer a great oil. Is that what the kids are saying? Somebody else says, rentmasseur.com. Somebody else says, are they actually masseurs on there? And then the guy comes back and says, masseurs with something extra. You have to use your brain a little to figure out who is more a masseuse, and who is a straight up sex worker. But you can definitely find guys who give great full body massages. Drop a bomb on that. Look, I'm stuttering. That's how I'm stuttering. Okay. Okay, I see what the video is gonna be about tonight. I have another one here. I guess I took a walk on the pervert side, huh? This one says, any younger 20 to 30 guys into CMNM with older daddy type CM. Now it's 21. You're young and up with the times. Could you please tell us what does CMNM stands for? He's looking for younger 20 to 30s guys into CMNM with older daddy types. CM. So the older daddy type is CM. And he's looking for a CMNM. Let's go ahead and get into it. Ideally looking for a party that is CMNM with a good population of younger NM guys. But private works too. What the fuck is he talking about? Somebody responded, 25M here. What's exactly CMNM? Question mark. Oh, we're gonna get the verbiage now. We're gonna learn here tonight. CMNM stands for clothed man, naked man. Drop a bomb on that. A pervert. And then the young 25-year-old man replied, oh, I see. And the postings end there. Nobody bid. This is 5 days ago. Nobody was interested. Nobody was damn interested. Okay. We have another one. This person is asking for advice. I almost feel like I should read this like a chat, like with vocal fry and all. This poster title is visibly excited while personal trainer stretch me. And this is in a general discussion. He's just looking for feedback. I have a personal trainer that stretches me out after our workouts. Today, I was visibly excited while he was doing the stretches. This was super embarrassing. I'm not sure if he noticed, but should I bring it up? Should I revoke my membership? He is also gay, so I'm sure he would understand, question mark. If you don't get the F out of my face, you're trying to cruise this man. What do you mean should you bring it up? Aren't you embarrassed? Aren't you fucking embarrassed? Oh, but he asked for advice, and advice he got. Here we go. The top 1% on commenter says, I've never heard of a personal trainer stretching someone out. Well, actually, I have. They work you out, Naris21. They work you out. And then, not to me, but I've seen it when I was at the gym. And they do it very publicly there. Then they put you on the table, and then they help you. It's called the cool down. The cool down. They help you. They stretch. They pull your leg back. They'll pull on things and all that just to help you cool down. Okay. He probably didn't mind that you were excited, laughing out loud, or he didn't care. Okay. At the gym. Yes, at the gym. And they do it right there on the floor at the gym. Naris21, right? The table. Everybody could see it. So it's not like a private room and shit with a happy ending. Somebody says, I've heard of it. This is exactly why I won't let mine do it. Okay, at least he knows. He's gonna, Oh, Naris is. Oh, wow. Yes, Naris. You never heard of that? Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Somebody says at Equinox, the trainer stretches their clients at the end of a session. Okay. Somebody else says, such drama. Just let it go. And perhaps J.O., that's perk off before your next session with him. He definitely doesn't want to talk about your boner with you. And then somebody says this. Somebody else says, happens. Like when getting a massage, best not to overthink it. Okay. Then let me see if this is the original poster. Is this the original poster? No, this is not the original poster. Yeah, exactly. As long as you don't act like he's expected to perform a sexual favor for you, it doesn't really matter. Massage therapists, personal trainers are used to people getting accidentally aroused, passing gas, etc. Oh my God, nurse. Can you imagine having that type of job? Ooh, hell no. Somebody says, did you moan? Somebody says, it's worthwhile to chat to. Oh God, here goes the worst advice of the day, of the post, right? It's worthwhile to have a conversation with him afterwards so that you can relieve yourself, pardon the pun, from this mental anguish. Your trainer will appreciate the honesty. What? Drop a bomb on that. Ain't no fucking body. If the trainer has a problem, he will make sure that you're not, his pick or whatever, or he won't be available, or he'll talk to management and be like, I don't want to work with that client. He needs to be working with somebody else. Okay. The person goes on saying, your trainer will appreciate your honesty. Appreciate the honesty, and a good trainer will show empathy and let you know it's not a big deal. What the F? I swear, some of these people, I low-key have, thought this whole week and when reading these things that I think some of these people are purposely giving bad advice because they want people to purposely have fuck-ups in their lives and stuff like that, and for shit not to work out. And I really do think that there's people, remember, anybody could just get on this type of response and give feedback, right? Give advice. I really think that sometimes these people do it on purpose, like purposely give bad advice so that the person gets screwed up, I really do think so. I do think so. All right, let's continue. Natural reaction. He probably doesn't care. Somebody else says it's a one-time thing. Let it go. If it's a one-time thing, let it go. While it's a different thing, I think of it like if you farted laughing out loud, it can't be a normal reaction to your body being contorted and touched. If it's a professional trainer and if they notice, they probably would have stopped and gave you a moment to relax. These people are just crazy. Let's see. Don't overthink it. And who knows? Maybe he has one. Maybe he was only glad to notice it, laughing out loud. I'm sure they've experienced more awkward moments than a little chub. Don't sweat it. I can't believe somebody came on here to get this type of feedback and advice from these people. What are you, 15? What are you, 15? Really? Somebody else says, I had a straight trainer help me stretch once. I got an erection. It's perfectly normal and very common response to being that close to someone. No. Trust me, in theater, I've done all sorts of exercises, all sorts of scenes, and that never happened. And we were, closely together. That never happened. I just, you got some creeps. It says here, to being to being that close to someone and all of the other testosterone levels rising. My trainer was cool with it since he's probably used to it. I didn't cancel my membership. No one died or got cancer. That's somebody else, right? And the last one for this thread says, I promise you he noticed. And I promise you, if he didn't make a move, he's not interested. No need to bring it up or mention it or cancel your membership. Just as you were solidar. What? Solid? I don't know what he meant at the end. People are just stupid and give bad advice. The Incredible Hulk says, this is where people with no friends go to vent. Drop a bomb on that. And people like us come to listen to it and see what the tea. Okay, one last one for tonight, and then I will be departing. I will be back tomorrow. Incredible Hulk and I have a lot to do tomorrow. We have a lot to do tomorrow. Okay, let's see. I feel like we read this one already. Why are we staying together? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see this one. Let's see another one about advice. Okay. Older men to younger men, what's your finest advice and regret? Okay. This is in the men section. Okay. Somebody says, not terribly old, but in early 40s. This is the advice, right, that he would give somebody younger. Work on the skills of understanding how to build, repair, and keep connection with other humans. Connection is truly the secret to life. Full stop. Your best job opportunities, relationships, and your overall health will be connected to this. Bigger regret is thinking confidence came from trying to please others rather than from learning how to bring my own gifts to the people I was connected to. Confidence felt like something to be found through pleasing behaviors, but that never works. Pleasing behaviors do many things, but confidence and real connections are two things they cannot achieve. Instead, I had mentors guide me to figure out where to authentically put my energy and energy that was my battery and didn't take outside push for it to be alive. Deepen those things. Extract the stories and skills and lessons from those things. Then bring those back and share them with the people you are connected with and build more and new connections with others who care about the things close to your authentic self. So much easier to bond with people. So much more internal energy when you're operating from authenticity. Best of luck, brother. Oh my God. Finally, that was worth going through all the crap and joking things that we read and all of that and poor advice. That was excellent advice. An advice that I would give somebody who's younger. I will give this advice to a teenager because this is where I found myself. I think that it's important to instill in young men the importance of education, training, having a job, summer youth. Okay, drop a bomb on that. The moment they turn 16, that summer, they need to be part of the summer youth program. New York City has a fabulous, very robust summer youth program. Okay. Any state that you're in, there has to be some resources. They need to be working. They need to understand, okay, the power of earning your own money. Okay. Because in earning your own money, that's when you're going to build your own confidence and you're going to make your connections and networking. So for me, one piece of advice that I would give is make sure that once you turn 16, you're getting them working papers and you're doing your 10, 15, 20 hours a week somewhere so that you learn showing up on time, showing up on time clean and prepare and ready. Okay, at that time, in that, summer youth, half the battle in summer youth is getting them to show up. Drop a bomb on that. Okay, getting them to show up and on time. If you could get them to show up on time, showered, okay, that's half the battle right there. That's a successful summer youth program right there. And they're going to get a little stipend for it. Okay, so that's my advice is for them to, and it exposes them, right, to careers and jobs and people who are more successful than they are. I also would say hook up with a mentor. But when I mean a mentor, I don't mean a mentor, Naris 21, that's gonna mentor you in these gay streets. Okay, no, I need a mentor that's a professional VP somewhere or executive director or owner of a company, like some type of situation like that, within parameters. And you don't need to be spending time in your mentor's house. No, this needs to be very structured, very, like, maybe if it's like over the Zoom or whatever, once or twice a month, maybe go to like a organization that sets you up with mentors and you meet at the organization and all that. It don't need to be no, like, okay, I'm gonna take the number home and then I'm gonna go to his house, her house. No, not like that, because there's a lot of sickos out there. But I think, and another thing that I would say is trying as much as possible, trying different fields, trying different jobs and tasks, and give it a try. If you don't like it, move on to the next. Or if something challenge you, and if you're not liking it because it's hard, really evaluate whether or not is that you're running away from it because it's challenging for you, or and you could do it if you really tried, or is it like that, just being exposed. I think exposure is very important. That's another advice. Another piece of advice, I can give 1,000 to younger people. I could give 1,000 at this stage of my life. The importance of respecting yourself, respecting your body, having people respect you, carrying yourself with respect. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that if you're going to be out there, you're wearing your condoms, you are on your prep, you are getting your checkups, not getting no girl pregnant. Okay. Oh my God. I could write a whole book on the amount of advice that I can give. Okay. Drop a bomb on that. But for right now, I think that's a good spot to leave it at. It's funny because there was a time where I felt like I could not give advice, and I purposely knew and purposely will say, I've had people ask me to be, if I could mentor, and you have to be ready to mentor. I've always felt like you have to be later in life. You have to have certain skills, certain life experience, certain years or decades in the workforce, for you to really be a good mentor. This whole thing, a teenager's mentoring a junior high schooler. No, I don't believe in that, and I don't think it should be. My husband, the Incredible Hulk, says, all of our young people need to know basketball, football, and sports in general are not the only route to escape poverty or the hood. There are other avenues to get a lot of this money legally. Okay? Absolutely. And through exposure, trying, and it doesn't mean that you can. For me, for example, I grew up in theater. I was performing very young. I was making good money. I had health insurance, vacation time, sick time, the whole nine. And it wasn't just like, I did it for like 6 months. I did it for a long periodical of time. Okay, over a decade plus, I was doing that. And then when it came time for me to go to college, because I have been doing it since I was a tween, right? I chose to get like a education. I did a double major where I was still doing my theater, but I did a major in something else. And, through those skills, that opened up doors. And I had kind of like this duality to me where I was still performing, getting in shows, getting that creative side of mine out, but I will also hold a 9 to 5 or 10 to 6, whatever worked the schedule, and still and had 401ks and stock options, and I was investing on the whole nine. So when the shows would dry up, I still had my thing, and that allowed me to I did very well for somebody young. I was able to move by myself many times. Every time I moved into my new apartment, I literally moved with just the clothes on my back and maybe 2 luggages. Everything else I purchased brand new because I always like that. Like you moving into a fresh place, I want a new bed, I want a new work, the whole nine. So, and I did that not because of the funds that I got just from the performing, because at some point, you're not performing. At some point, you can't be in every show all the time. You're not going to be performing 365 days out of the year. That's just not how it works. And so you got to have other things. It also allows you to, learn things and be smart and be able to be in a room with different people and still connect. I could be in a room with performers and have great conversation, but I could be in a room with Wall Street people and still be able to have great conversation. I'm not a bimbo. I'm not just an actor. I can have conversations about the market. I can have conversations about political issues. I can, all of that. And that's all the journey that I had through high school and college, and being open to learning and having mentors and the whole nine. So, yes, sports, basketball, and even the arts is not the only way. Social media now, being an influencer, those are not the only ways to get money, get good money, and get good money legally. Okay. With that said, I want to thank you for coming through. If you're catching the replay, please hit the like, hit that subscribe button, and that bell so that you know when I come through live. I am doing this every day. Drop a bomb on that. Okay. Whether I like it or not, whether I'm, my lashes are in and I'm showgirl ready, I am doing every night for Don't Stop December. So I will see you tomorrow night. Okay. Be safe. Enjoy your evening. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.